It's something to talk about with Dr. Fight, Brianna Murray, and Elle Ellis. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.
So here we are on this MLK Day. And of course I said it's something to talk about. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. First of all, we're early because our normal time on Mondays begins at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But because it's MLK Day and we're doing something a little bit different today, you're going to see me first. And I'm going to talk to you guys for about 10 minutes this morning. And then later on, we're going to follow up with Dr. Fight. And then later on in the evening, Brianna will wrap us up for MLK Day. All right? I have been looking forward to talking with you guys. But as you guys know, when Brianna is not here, I can let this. It can go a little iffy. It can go a little iffy either way. But we're here, and I hope you guys are seeing this on YouTube, as well as TikTok this morning, and then we'll post after we talk. So how this is going to work today is we're going to do what we call a hybrid of sorts. So I'm going to do about a 10-minute live conversation on MLK Day, and followed by a post that you'll see me post something after the live. And if you guys want to have any questions, you can. Please feel free to leave your questions. I appreciate that. So here we go. Let's get it going. This morning, I woke up in a world today that is loud with noise. That's just really loud. You know, we often think of celebrating Dr. King's Day as a history lesson. Well, I don't want to do that today. It's sort of a history lesson, but I kind of want to meld the two things together. I want to meld what's going on in the country today with the foundation that Dr. King laid decades ago. So this morning I woke up and I said, "Oh, the world is really loud. The world is really loud, and it's just really loud and full of division and hatred. This is not the foundation that Dr. King laid for us to have. He laid something better for us, our foundation." So I don't want to treat today's conversation as a lesson, but as a call to action, pretty much. So what I want to talk about, what I want to speak on, just for a few minutes of your time this morning, because I know everyone's off to work and it's cold outside, and you want to get where it's warm and all those good things we do. You know, so I talk about the climate. Our climate today is filled with hatred. It's filled with darkness and evil. And that's sad. That's sad. We have to talk about that, talk about the country like that today. You know, when I was younger, let me say, I remember, I'm not that old, but I'm older, so I'm not that old. But I remember being a little, I remember like being in like the 1970s and something like that. And a little girl, but we were always talking about MLK Day, but I was not born in that time where you saw all of the violence and things like that, but I saw some things, and if I think back when I was a little girl, I can remember seeing some events that happened on television, but mine was more like in the 70s and then like in the 80s. So really growing up in the 80s and being able to see that change, that foundation that Dr. King had laid decades before I was even born. And what bugs me the most is that people was just kind of, as you go through the decades, people just kind of say, "Oh, Dr. King, and oh, I had a dream speech," and all those things of that nature. Dr. King did more than just give speeches. He laid the foundation that people like me stand on, people of different races that we all stand up on today. He laid the foundation, and we take advantage of that, and we're supposed to be better. We're supposed to be better than what it was decades ago. But for some reason, it's not that. We have seen evil take hold in the White House. We've seen evil take hold in the streets with these ICE people. We've seen the hatred grow, and just the division continue to grow and grow. Now, at some point, we're going to get to that inflection point where we can either go to the left or go to the right. We have to decide as people which direction we want to go in. Do we want to live in a world that's full of light, or do we want to live in a world that's full of darkness? One of Dr. King's famous quotes was, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only love can drive. Only light and love can do that." And that is so true. Now we're seeing people of all races come together. But my question is, why does it have to get so bad before people will actually see the right thing to do? And even some people are seeing it now, but there's still so many more that's holding on to the anger, to hold on to the hatred. My other question is, why do you hate people so? Why do you hate people that don't look or think the way you do? Because I can be honest, I am not a person that's filled with hatred. I'm just not. I don't look at a Caucasian person or a Hispanic person and just automatically say, I don't like you because. If I don't like you, you've given me substantial reason. If I don't like you, you've given me substantial reason why not to like you. And this has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It does not. I can truly say that about myself. I can't speak on anyone else, but I can speak about me. I am not that person. I am not a person that walks around filled with hatred or even have time to even dislike you just because. You have to ask you, if you're that person that walks around and you look at someone and you think that someone is taking something from you, or they don't like you, or I don't like you just because you don't look like me, you're a sad individual. You're a sad individual. So ask yourself on this MLK Day, who am I? Which direction do I want to go in? Do I want to be a person that continues to spread darkness? Do I want to be a person to continue to spread hate? And ask yourself the reason why. Why is that? Because I have yet, at my 55 plus years on this earth, I have yet to figure out why someone can hate you just by looking at you and think they know who you are. That is the most, and that is as basic as I can make it. You know, and I understand. You know, people you can dislike people for whatever reason, but just to simply like someone because of the color of their skin is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And we have to realize that we're dealing with evil. We have to realize that we're dealing with evil. People that are truly, truly evil. Because when you can kill someone in their car, shoot them point blank, and then make an excuse, and then look right in the camera, and say to someone, and say, "Oh, I felt threatened," especially when we all saw the wheels of the vehicle being turned the other way. When you can do that, you're an evil person. That's evil in the world. So let's look at it like this. Today is the day to say, I'm gonna be the light. It's Dr. Martin Luther King Day, and we just have to remember to take a look at where we are and which direction we want to go in. For God's sake, I don't understand how people who are in D.C., how you can continue to, you know it's wrong, but you continue to follow wrong anyway. I don't. As you have to ask yourself that question. Just have to ask yourself that question. And I hope you come up with a good answer. I hope you come up with an answer that you can look your kids in the face, look your grandkids in the face, look in the mirror and see your own face and say, I'm doing the right thing. Because I don't believe that people who really have a soul or heart, I do not believe that you can sit around and say, see what's going on and say, it's okay with me. It's okay with me. I just don't believe that. So on this day, on Martin Luther King Day, let's worry about spreading light and less hatred. And not just on this day, but every day. Every day. If we remember Dr. King, he spent his life. This was his life's work. And he created this foundation for all of us, not just black people, but for people who have a heart, who have a soul, who can love other people without having to be in the shoes. Just love somebody because it's the right thing to do, because it's human nature, because it's the way God wants us to be. I'm not trying to lecture. If I'm coming off as being lecturing, I apologize. I just get really passionate when it comes to racial issues and the things that we're going through in this country, because that is, I always said this is not who we are, but apparently it is. Well, for some, not all, but for some. So on this day, I just ask you guys to take a good look in the mirror and say, what person do I want to be? What legacy do I want to leave? And do I want to leave this country better than I found it? And that's all Dr. King was trying to do. That's what he did, and they're trying to tear down that foundation. And we're not going to let them tear down the foundation that we all stand on and stand on here in media, in the arts, in the churches, in the schools. We are not going to let them tear down that foundation. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in this morning to L. I said this is our special Martin Luther King Day, so you guys will see me first speak, give my thoughts on Martin Luther King Day and the vision that he had and the vision that we all should still share. Dr. Fight will come in at between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Brianna will close out our special day of something to talk about, MLK Day 2026, with her thoughts around 6 p.m. or so Central Standard Time. So we love you guys. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys tag us, like us, and share the video, and let's celebrate MLK the way Dr. King would want us to really take a look, be that inflection point. Say, this is the inflection point for me. I am not going to stand for this nonsense anymore. I'm going to be a better person. Okay? In the meantime, you guys enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your Monday and have a wonderful rest of the day off. Well, not day off, but a day to think about. Thank you guys. Have a good one.